Welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy. We're in the last video. We are still trying to find a way to make sure that our boy Edgy is safe, but we had a couple new witnesses on play. The old man who lived in a boathouse or a caretaker, and his little friend Polly. And basically we're just trying to get more information that make sure that Edgy don't go to jail or anything like that. But we also have a prosecutor, Von Karma, who is overly aggressive, and he just wanted anything so quickly so he can get his way. There's a reason that he is 40 and over and he never lost, because he basically dictated everything on his terms. But I wonder what happened if there's something that he doesn't dictate in his terms. Also, another thing I'm kind of noticing about him, that he hasn't moved his right hand or arm, which is suspicious to me, but no need to worry about that. I guess we worry about that later on down the line. But with that being said, go ahead and get your snacks, get your drinks, and Detective Reaper is here to save the day. December 27, 10 a.m. back in the courthouse. Oh, we back in the courthouse.
Court is now in session for the trials of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here anyway? That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Still not saying anything.
Alright, very well. No opening statement, so...
Well, not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right. Of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. 3 minutes? You ain't gonna get rid of no case in 3 minutes, not while I'm around.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I'll call my witness, my deciphered witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat owner. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. I mean, dang, I gotta get my words right. Hey, wake your butt up, man. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant of Wet Noodle at Gore Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in a boat rental shop, correct? Yup, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Yeah, raise a objection on that. I'm not gonna let this man, because usually the first thing, if you understand, they're supposed to give their name. He hasn't even gave his name at all. Yeah. Wait a minute. The witness haven't stated his name yet. Oh, Josh, what? Because I did not ask him to, Mr. Wright. Bah! I had predicted the trial would end in 3 minutes. Oh, here we go, waving finger. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right.
The witness will state his name.
Well, I'm not really sure. Yup.
What do you mean?
My memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond his last 7 years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can't testify. Okay, I'm real suspicious about this. So you want to put Edgy in jail or make him say guilty, but you don't want to say this man's name. You up to...
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
Alright, everybody, it's time for me to hear this sleeping man, his testimony what he saw at the night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Yup. Then I heard a bang Oh, yup. Oh, when I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walked by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin a cross-examination.
What?
What do you mean?
There is nothing to question in my witness testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
I don't know what this man think he is. You ain't no way in the world you gonna fence a case in no 3 minutes. We gonna cross-examine this dude. I don't care what he thinks. What are you saying? Of course I cross-examine the witness.
Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Farncomer?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, let's try to see if we can poke in the holes in this guy. It was the night of 24, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant while ordering boats as usual. What were you doing in there? Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for the court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
This Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Kitty boy.
Kitty?
The prosecution can see that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang.
Yup.
Where you heard it? Where did you hear this bang? And where did this bang seem to come from? Hey, wake your butt up, man. Answer the question. From the yank, I figured. Are you certain?
Yup. Good. Continue.
When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Did you see anybody on the boat? Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. Yup. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yup. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. When you heard that one? So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yup. That's what Lala said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat come to shore and a man walked by my window. Who walked by? By your window? Yup, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty dark thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Tis. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Who said that? Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Wake your butt up, man. Dad's certain, Kate. He said, I can't believe he's dead, and he was walking by too.
Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was her, the Edgeworth boy. And he passed out. Passed out.
This sounds like decisive weapon.
Oh, sorry.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Farncomer. He lured me to cross-examine so he could set me up for fall. And he knew. He smiled at me too. He knew it.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Raise an objection. Wait, see. No, I ain't waiting. See, we're going to raise that. Your Honor, We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edward who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edward's right hand found on the gun? And a photograph showing a man fired with his left hand?
Exactly.
Oh no, the finger thing? That's easy explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Okay,
if he could have wiped his prints after fire, how come there was no cloth or anything in the boat? And I know you're gonna think about maybe he threw it in the water, but if there was no cloth or towel or anything on the boat or in the water, then how could he wipe his print? Use his jacket, but then they took his clothes to save, so that would even make sense.
You are ignoring the truth don't matter here. Everything in his witness testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should we do? We raise another objection. That's what we do. Your Honor, this witness claimed that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he was telling a lie... Oh, are you serious with this objection?
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough! The witness may lead the stand.
Oh, he's asleep.
This court see no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
Huh.
This court found the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
guilty! What?
The accused was surrendered to the courtroom immediately to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh no.
Wait!
What the hell is that?
Who was that just now?
Me!
Huh?
What? Larry freaking Butz is in the house!
Larry, what are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was in the park the night of the murder, dude. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remember it.
Remember what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order!
Objection.
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Farncomer. So, you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. And anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my courtroom. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you already give your decision. The trial's over.
Nick! This is it. Larry's giving us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
Good point. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistakes has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Wow. Dang, Larry wanted to save our butts. So 10:30 in the morning. You gotta be kidding me. Woo! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Huh. I seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You were sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to set in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yes? He said he was looking for a steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found a balloon and an air tank that night.
Yeah? Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing. Miss Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on a murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I waited till a daze. I couldn't understand what has happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw a pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Then why'd you pick it up then if you didn't have a reason?
I see.
Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witness, perfectly completed evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he ever had to deal with something unexpected. He had to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry freaking Butz. Larry Butz. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Oh my god. We got, out of all the people we gotta deal with, we gotta deal with Larry. He better come through this time, that's for sure.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court above everything you saw. On the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me, dude.
Please, Larry, don't screw this up. Don't mess it up, don't screw it up. Same thing. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Alright, so we got our boy Larry here. So we're going to hear his testimony, what he saw, and we're going to try to pick his testimony apart. Let's see what he has to say.
That night, I was out in a boat on a lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusual vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Yeah. We're going to have to press our friend. That's going to happen. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. Why?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, but I don't know where to begin.
Ah!
Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out to the boat. By that time, everyone has gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. What were you looking for, Larry? Looking for something?
Yeah. Mr. Butz, what was it you were looking for?
What is it Whitney was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back to the rental shop. Doc, did you find it? Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was searching for about an hour. I guess it's around midnight, yeah.
You're not sure.
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not sort of human sundown, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry. Yeah, Larry, get with the program. Then, just as I was thinking going home, I heard this bang. Where'd you hear it? Yeah, where'd you hear the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't sure about that either. Oh my god. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked over to the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Whoa. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butz.
Whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? Just chill. I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case, you idiot! Huh. So after I heard the single shot, I went home. Single shot. So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it?
I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
That night, alright, we know where we're going. Okay. He said he only heard one shot, but according to the old man and the country girl, a lot of horse, they said it was two. So we're gonna go over here, and let's see, where can we go? Can we go here, over here, here, yeah, no. Oh, we go over here. Feel the murder, incident. All right, so Larry Butz said he heard single gunshot, but there was Lotta said she heard two gunshots, so that's a contradiction right there. So we're going to present this and said, objection. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's why I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention to all of what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Oh my god. That's why I hate putting Larry up there.
Mr. Butz. What? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What?
Order! Order! And stop that boy! Mr. Butz, you are listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
I mean, to be honest with you, it is a shoddy testimony, but let's continue to see what else he got to say. Maybe he might slip up and say something. Your Honor, please allow this witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he lost.
Very well, Mr. Butz. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there was any other way out of this, believe me. Alright, he get another testimony about the radio. See what he had heard. If he was listening to the radio, he might have heard one shot or maybe no shots, depending on how loud he had that radio.
It's lonely be alone on Christmas Eve, I understand. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio. See? I would listen to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying where I heard it too.
You are listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what's the problem is here.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than drum beat from a radio.
True enough. It's difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembered exactly what the DJ said when he heard a gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who said things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Me neither. What he heard, let me cross-examine. It was long to be alone on Christmas Eve, you understand that? That's why I would listen to an all request radio on the show. See, what were you listening to? Do you, by any chance, remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That's all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butt, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Are you sure about that? Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, what I was talking about, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What was the DJ saying? What did she say? Wait a minute, was it he or she? I guess it was a she.
Mr. Wright!
Mr. Wright, please cease this pointing question. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ say do us?
Indeed, Mr. Farcomer has a point. I will allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care because whatever she said, it could depend on whether he heard the one gunshot or two gunshot. And also, it could depend whether the gunshot was before midnight or after midnight. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Fine. Very well. Mr. Butz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer say when you heard a gunshot?
Just when she say, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Hold it. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Comer's right. I'm not sure how this happens at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I ever heard. But there's one gleaming real hope in there. I got to press it to get to the bottom of this. This morning, cause see, that's why I would listen to the radio all requests. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it. Just what you said, hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard a gunshot. Almost Christmas. Let's see. Oh, there's a contradiction. Taking automatic and out. Scans. So inflate taking automatic 1224. Time of death. Sometimes 24 on the field. Shot. Wait a minute. Where I'm looking at? Bird. Maybe no. Just after. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alright, so the DJ said you heard hey, it's almost Christmas, so that means it was before Christmas, but on a lot of this was just she heard two sounds just after midnight, so this is a contradiction right about here. Got him. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard a gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That was seen to be the case, yes?
But that contradicts the two testimonies we heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shot. In other words, when they heard the gunshot, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Chat it up. That's right.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Buckley? He heard a gunshot before midnight.
Larry is wrong? No. Well, consider his shoddy testimony he give us. He probably would be telling the truth. I don't think he would lie about that. So he's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me this evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. This gun right here. Because a murder weapon. Alright, so Larry said he heard the gunshot before 12 o'clock, which is just one shot. Lotta and the old man said there was two gunshots, which is after 12 o'clock. So that means there's 3 shots. This gun states that it's been fired 3 times, so most likely this got to be it right here. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When they heard it, the gunshot, only now I have realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Yeah, that's right. You hear that, jury?
Order! Order!
I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies.
Oh, Judge, what? Bah! You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness did just think he heard something?
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proved there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proved Mr. Butz was just hearing things?
Ooh. Alright, take it. 12:15 is after. Short if delay ticket automatic. Over here. Alright, hold on a second. Lada said when she has a camera, whatever she hears noise or something is automatic snap pictures. So if there was a gunshot that before midnight, there would have been a photo that she took at the lake. So it wouldn't be this, wouldn't be that, wouldn't be. The only thing I could possibly think of would be this. It shows empty lake taking automatic at 12:24 at 11:50, but because that her camera hear a noise at the time, it took the picture. So it would be, I'm gonna say this. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lada Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 4th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why there's nothing shown in the photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by the automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time what Larry claims. That's right, you hear that, jury?
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what day happened that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were two separate of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes?
Ah! What's wrong, Nick?
I have it.
Huh?
Remember the case with the steel samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya?
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgy's guilty verdict. I got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it.
Right. I mean, is it safe?
Safe? We already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright?
the testimony just now helped clear up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Tisk. So, you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Calmer. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammer, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammer fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
I admit, and it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumed that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15 or 15 minutes after midnight. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammer was killed then 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who's the two men on that boat. Okay, well check this out then. So if Mr. Hammond was killed before it reached midnight, so the only other people will be on the boat will be the murder in Edgeworth. Because it can't be the murder in Hammond. Here's what could have happened. Alright, the murder will happen close by somewhere else before midnight. And then all of a sudden he may have to call Edgeworth to come out and meet him somewhere or something like that. And then took him on a boat. And then he probably didn't shoot him or something like that. Maybe to get witnesses allowed to see what's going on. So everybody looked that way. So he have an alibi to cover his expenses. So this most likely has to be Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the disguise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murder took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all of this.
Ludicrous!
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... Well, it's not Miles Edward. I mean, we defended him, and Lotta Hart, definitely not her. She was out there taking pictures. I don't know who his name is. Gotta be that man with the boat. Actually, I don't know what the murderer's name is, because we never found the man.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of that boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot somebody? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. Took in that house. Because Lotta's here, and Larry's down here, so it had to be in his house. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet the victim without anyone seeing. What? Do you have proofs that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Look at it blow. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he started to head for home, he heard a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing his headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please, tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Bang! Killed him. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got to the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired a pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
The caretaker did. Remember, he's laughing. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both Miss Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Oh my God, Judge, you gotta be kidding me. Details. Notice, Mr. Wright, the moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Because you created a witness. So if you shoot somebody, not hit him, you create a witness like Lotta Hart, but she's up there looking to see if anybody out to the boat. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifted his pistol and fired one shot. That ensures anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waited a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat has shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swung back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet clothes back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Damn, nobody saying nothing? Nobody saying nothing? Oh, okay.
Bailiff, bring out that witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly!
That's right, jury.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Edgy boy.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defendant has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishing, so actually. Yes. 7 days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he has something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
But the witness had disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What shall I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Oh boy, it just got interesting.
Mr. Von Common, your witness had disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare the verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Oh my goodness, this judge not playing around today.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from that under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? There was something else. Even Von Coleman didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I stepped through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases were so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Where you hiding, Edgy? You hiding something. Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. Well, you need to make up your mind, man. I'm trying to save your mind so you won't go to jail. You need to start saying something. What is this about, Edgeworth? Is a nightmare I had. In memory of the crime that I committed. A crime you committed. In memory of a murder. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You gonna leave us in a cliffhanger like this, Edgy boy? Why, Edgy? Why? Oh man, this start getting good now. Oh my goodness. Now he got a secret that he... Oh my goodness. Edgy, you're full of surprises. I admit that. This is getting good. This is getting good. Now we got a prime suspect, boat caretaker, and it looks like he's disappeared somewhere. We don't know where he went to, but I guess the police department will utilize all their forces and things like that to find this guy, and hopefully we can find him. But once they do find him, we're gonna have to interrogate him, cross-examine it on the court. But before we do all that, we're going to end the gameplay right here of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy. And if you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, and we'll be back, hopefully, to end this case once and for all. Thank you, everybody. I am out.